Hi guys, it's Rachel. In today's free SEO lesson, we are going to learn some of the most common terminology that you're going to need to know as we move through the process of learning how to use SEO, search engine optimization, to grow your business. So this particular lesson is going to be a good foundational one. You're going to want to watch it so that you're ready for the future lessons, because SEO is an acronym happy industry as a whole. Let's face it, our industry term is an acronym. So let's jump right in. SEO means search engine optimization. It is literally the art or the work that we do to make it easier for Google to understand what our website is about so that they can serve it to more customers and help spread the word about our business. Now, the reason that we do SEO, search engine optimization, is because we want Google to be able to find us, to understand the information that we have on our website, and most importantly, to share it with people who are probably interested in what we have. They're searching for things that are related to what we sell. And if they could come visit our site, we'd make more money, hopefully, right? So SEO is really important for your business. So your search engine optimization, that's your first thing. It's making it easier for your website to be understood by Google. That's the main thing that you want to understand about SEO. When you're looking in reports and you're trying to figure out what you're doing or people are talking about it, you may also hear the terms free traffic, natural traffic, or organic traffic. You could also hear organic search, organic or natural search. Those are also, it's all the same thing. It's all your traffic that comes to your website from the SEO work that you do. So it's all the traffic that finds your website because they went to a search engine. So a search engine is something like Google. When you go and you search something, you're using the Google search engine. Now, when we talk about SEO, it doesn't honestly matter whether or not they're using Google, DuckDuckGo, Ask, Yahoo. We're going to always optimize, meaning always do the work to make it easier to be found for Google, because Google has the largest percentage of users. I'd have to look up the numbers, but it's usually in the 90% range. About 90% of the search traffic goes through Google. So as far as what we want to focus on, we want to focus on Google. Generally, the work you do for Google will benefit you on the other search engines as well. Now, if you're curious, maybe you feel that your customer base doesn't use Google, you can go into your Google Analytics account. You can go into traffic information, go into your audience information, and you can actually verify what browsers they're using. The vast majority are going to be on Google. But if you're curious and you want to know, that's where you go find it. If you're not sure how to do that, leave me a note in the comments and I'll walk you through how to do it. It's pretty easy. Search engine, like we talked about, that's Google. That could be Yahoo, could be Ask, but we're going to focus on learning how to use Google. Search engine spiders. This may be a new term. Search engine spider is what they use, or what they refer to, the crawler that they use. And you're going to quickly see where the analogies start coming in for spider and web and all of this. So the search engines use something they refer to as a spider to crawl the web. And the way they crawl the web is they go from one link to another all across the web. So it could be that they're going from one link to another on your website, or it could be that they're going from one link to another website. And this is part of why it's important when we start talking about building authority and building links to other websites. That's part of why it's important. It helps the spiders find us, and they look at it as a little endorsement of our site. We're not going to get real far into link building today. That's a more advanced strategy. We will talk about it in the future. Googlebot is the name of Google's search engine spider. So Googlebot is the search engine spider that crawls all the websites for Google. It then indexes the information. That means it takes it in to its information center, and then it's able to store that information and then ultimately share it back to their users on the search engine results page, so that when somebody's looking for information on, say, a free SEO class and they type it in, if my website pops up high, they're going to see me because I've done my search engine optimization for that free SEO class. So you're going to do your optimization based on the words that are the most important to your business. And we're going to talk about keywords in just a minute, because keywords are key to everything when it comes to SEO. The search engine results page is that page you're used to seeing when you search for something in Google. That's called a SERP, S-E-R-P, search engine results page. It's literally just the results that Google is sharing for that query that somebody has searched for. There are generally 10 organic results on that page. There also will often be paid search ads. There may be map listings. There may be direct answers, meaning if it's a question you've searched, there may be an answer that comes up at the top of the page where you get the information, but you don't even have to go to the website. That's called a direct answer. Generally, there are 10 search results. Sometimes you may see as few as 7, depending on the additional information at the top of the page. This is where it's going to be important to rank higher, and we're going to talk more about that in the future and how we rank higher. The higher you rank on the search page, the more traffic you get. Generally, that number one search result gets about 30 to 40% of the traffic, somewhere in that range. The first 3 usually get about 60% of the traffic. So it's really important to do everything in your power to rank higher on that page, and especially to rank higher on page 1. We'll talk in future lessons about how you figure out what keywords you can use to get your business on page 1, because we know how important that is. Then the last terms I want you to learn and understand are terms related to your search engine result itself or to your website. They are the metadata, the information that you put on the back end that helps Google to understand what your site or your page is about. They are things like your title tag and your meta description. Your title tag you want to think of as a title to your page. It's something that lets the customer or lets the browser start to know, lets Googlebot know what your page is about. And then your meta description is more like your introductory paragraph, though you have very small number of characters to work with. Your title tag is a maximum of 60 characters. 56 is your ideal cutoff point from a truncation issue standpoint. Truncation means it doesn't show everything, it cuts it off and it leaves those 3 dots because it's too long. Your meta description is about 160 characters that are going to show up, and that includes the spaces and the punctuation. So you have to be very creative with these, and we'll have lessons on how you write title tags and meta descriptions that work best for Google and for your consumer, because there are some things that you can do to increase your chances of having someone click through and come to your website. And I'm going to teach you about that in a future video as well. And the last term that you need to know for today is the term keywords. So keywords are in my opinion, my experience, keywords are the most important part of what you're doing from an SEO standpoint, because you have to make sure you're choosing the right keywords that your customer is going to use, keywords that you can rank for. Being able to rank for them is the most important part of this, because you can do all the optimization in the world. You can do everything the right way. And if your website can't rank for the keyword that you've chosen, you're not going to see the results that you want anyway. So this is a big part of what I teach, is how to make sure that you have the right keyword every time. So stick around. Make sure you join me every Tuesday. There's a new SEO lesson. Let me know what questions you have. If you don't already have my SEO checklist, make sure you visit the link in the comments so you get that, because that's going to be your favorite cheat sheet for every page on your website, because it walks you through exactly what you need to do for SEO on every page. Everything. As long as you go through that checklist and you can mark everything off, you know that you have optimized that page the right way. So make sure you grab a copy of that. It's super easy. I hope you found this initial training very easy, very simple to follow and understand. If you have questions about any of these terms, or you want to see examples of what the title tag, the meta description, etc., it's kind of hard to see in here in the print off, but if you go to the URL for the blog post that I put in the comments, you can find it there, and that will help you be able to see everything. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a visual learner. I'm not super techie, like I told you. I'm much more visual. I do much better if I can see what I'm learning. So make sure you grab that, and we will see you back here next week. Thanks, guys.